I bought 3 different lighting kits off of Amazon for under $50, and in this video, we're gonna be reviewing those, testing those out, and seeing if you can actually get good quality video from lights on a budget. If you're interested in any of these lights, I will have a link down below in the description so you can get the exact model that I'm featuring in this video. And with that being said, let's jump into this video. All right, so the first light on our list is the UBEESIZE 12-inch ring light, which I have right here. And as you can see, this is on a tabletop. This is probably right now only like maybe 1.5 feet tall, so it can get pretty low. So if you were to set this on the desk, you know, if I was to set this up, I could actually get it to my height and it would work. But it does come with different levels here, so you can extend this out. And I'm 6'2", and this is going above my head, so it will work if whether you're on a tabletop or if you're just putting it on the ground. This will get to that proper height, and then we can lock these all in. The overall quality of this metal stand, it's definitely wobbly. This is very thin metal. But it still feels like strong, but keep in mind, yes, it is wobbly, at least at this height. This is powered by USB, but does not come with the actual block. So unless you need to have a port somewhere to plug this in, otherwise it's not gonna work. But let's get this plugged in and check it out. All right, so this is a test of that ring light at full brightness. There's that little bit of blue in the background, and obviously this is not a perfectly set up shot, but this is lighting me pretty well. Obviously, I'm gonna have the weird ring light look, depending on if you like this or not. Some people like it, some people hate it. But I think overall for brightness, this is doing a really good job. And I'm also curious if I back up, you know, now I'll go back probably an arm's length away here. This is what that brightness looks like. And I think there's some light coming from my other light here, which let me just turn that off. Like now I am a lot closer to this light. I think this looks pretty good for a shot. Obviously you'll have to tell me about if there's a bunch of fuzzies behind me, but I think if you had the proper lighting behind you, and you can always adjust the warmth of that shot. You know, my phone's probably freaking out because I'm changing the color temperature there, but I think if you have the proper lighting behind you, plus this on your face, you could get a really awesome shot with this light. Number 2 on our list, this is also from UBEESIZE. I think I might have said UBEESIZE last time, but UBEESIZE, we got this kit here, and this is actually, I paid 40 bucks for this, and it comes with 2 lights, $40. Which I think is super cool because then you can get lighting on one side and the other side of your face, so we'll have to try that out. These are both, again, you got that USB port, but without the block. So you have to get your own block that you have to plug in. 2 blocks for that matter because you got 2 lights, which, you know, those might be easy enough to find, but still, it's another thing you have to buy separately. You do have this little button on here that you can adjust. I'm sure we'll play with that once we plug this in, but let's do that and let's see what this lighting looks like. All right, and here's the shot with these lights on. I know it's not a perfect shot, and they're just up on my tabletop here, but look at this shot. This is insane. These are $40 for both of these lights, and the shot I'm getting here, I just put my white balance on auto mode for now, but this looks incredible. I am lit so well here with these two. Like, this is almost a comparable shot to what I have with my warmer lights. And this is awesome. And I am on the lower brightness right now with my shot. So even if you have a different camera that doesn't do low light properly, like this is, you know, a full frame DSLR. If you're just using your phone, these get so insanely bright to where it's like, holy cow, I'm looking at like car headlights here. So these get really, really bright. So if you were even to get further back or you want to use these outside or something like that, like these are some seriously good lights for $40. Now, I will say on the con side, the stand feels premium. Like this feels like a premium stand, awesome. But light itself feels dollar store quality. Like listen to that. Like it feels like it's gonna potentially like break. On the other high quality side, there's like that little ball head for these lights. So you can easily adjust these and roll them around, tilt up. Feels super premium. It's just the lights themselves, you want to probably be extra careful with because I feel like they're gonna, you know, if they break, they're gonna break. But the overall quality, this is amazing. On the other downside for these lights is height-wise. These, you know, I'm 6'2". This is me sitting down, and it's not even as tall as me. This is me standing up for these lights. So, you know, it's not the greatest quality, you know, height-wise, it's pretty bad. You know, you're on a budget, you're spending $40 on 2 pairs of lights. You could probably just take like a kitchen chair and set those on top of the kitchen chair if you're doing like a standing video. But sitting wise, you know, you could probably, you know, tilt these to your height and it would probably work out well, or just set them on your table like I'm doing here. I'm sure if I adjusted the camera properly, you know, I could have these out of frame, or I could just do a crop in and I'm out of frame and now I'm, you know, properly lit, and then just have some lights in the background. Like I just have a blue light, buy those cheap strip lights and just light up your background. This is an awesome shot for super cheap lights. This is on the #1 list. This just beat the ring light hands down, because you have 2 lights here and it's making an awesome shot. All right, and #3 on our list are these LINCO tabletop studio lighting kits. So these are pretty interesting because they are soft boxes. That's what this light is that I'm using over here, which gives your video a soft look, which can make it look more professional. Now on the inside of one of these, just to show you, it is a light bulb. Like you're literally using a light bulb. It came with a light bulb, which is very convenient. I have to go buy one. So that's really nice. It was really easy to set up. But the idea is this lights it, you put this around, and then you got a nice soft look. But the other downside too is because it's a light bulb, you know, there's no, you know, adjusting the brightness there. But I still want to try these out just because they are soft boxes and see what kind of look we can get and if it might be better than the 2 lights we just tested. Now these ones, also to note, this is an actual outlet plug because again, this is an actual light bulb we're using. So you will need to just find an outlet. But hey, that means you don't have to buy an extra block for like the USBs like these other lights. You know, everyone's got wall outlets, so these can plug in. But let's turn off my other lights, turn these ones on, see what kind of look we get. All right, so here's those LINCO lights, and I really like the softness it's giving. Even though I can't like adjust the lights, I can always go to my camera, or you can always go on your phone and adjust the brightness and the exposure so that way it's not super bright. Even though I think the ISO 400 here isn't too bad. As tabletop lights, you definitely need a pretty darn big table, because I have one on my desk here, and this is like a 4-foot desk. And then I have one on my piano just because I don't have space on my desk for these. So you'll probably need additional space if you're going to use these. And as far as height goes, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they don't get tall. Like you cannot stand these up on the ground. You need to have them on a tabletop because they don't get too much higher than what they were already at, which, you know, this, you know, isn't very tall to begin with. I think it might extend just a little bit further. Nope, it's not even extending any further than this. This is your height. Turning this does not affect, oh, there we go. So this is the full height here of this light. As you can see, like compared to me, it's like maybe waist to head. So these are meant to sit on a table and not move. But as far as the lighting goes, like I think this is still comparable, and it's just a very natural light. It's very soft. As far as quality goes though, these feel very professional. The stands are professional. The soft boxness is really nice. And if you wanted a warmer light tone, you know, you could always change the light bulbs too. And in using those, you could affect potentially like the brightness and the output there. Now, the links to all these lights are down below in the description. And if you want to see more gear that you can use for your YouTube videos, be sure you're checking out this playlist. We go over microphones. We go over all the gear you might need for your YouTube videos. So check that playlist out for more stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video.